everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Flip Through Friday. I have something a little different for you today. This book that I'm going to show you, Portals, I made 8 or 9 years ago, I think, and I had no clue what I was doing. It's semi-falling apart because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm going to try and repair it one of these days. I was taking an online, I can't remember if it was an online class or an online group or something, but it was an art journaling project class. And I think it was every week we got a theme. And one week, I guess the theme was portals. Can't remember, but it was supposed to be a digital class where you did digital projects, not actually printed. But I got this idea just took hold of me, and I couldn't rest until I'd done it, and it had to be printed to work, at least in my mind. But I had no clue how to do it, none. And YouTube wasn't, I don't think, as big back then, and it didn't occur to me to even look on YouTube anyway. So because I didn't know how to bind this book, I went out and I bought a scrapbook, and I took the pages out of the scrapbook, and then I used the binding and the covers to make my book and put my own pages in it. So as you can see, it's called Portals, and I used photos from Trey Ratcliff as well as some digitals that I had to make it. So let me show you. And this was one of the original pages that I left in the book. And I forget what I printed this on, but it was super heavyweight. And I didn't know, again, what I was doing. And I used a really cheap glue stick to put it together, so it's falling apart. The page is coming apart. But I think I can get in and just glue around the edges. It'll be fine. So what I did is I've always been fascinated with windows and seeing through the page. I've done several of my books have this element, and as a matter of fact, the next book that I'm doing has it. But that's what this book, the whole idea of this book, and this little door opens, and you could see through, and what you're seeing when you look through it is the next page. Okay. And of course I didn't know what I was doing, so this door is tight, doesn't open too much. And then when you open it, the door is still there on the back. And then you get the next page. I hope you can see this. It's a pretty big book. And then this page. And of course, because there's vellum in the doors, you can see through to the previous pages as well. I don't know if you can see that. Let me pull this one over if you can see it there. And then this one has a window. Most of them are doors, but there were a few windows, and this is one of them. And there's a hint, of what you've seen before and what you're going to see next on each page. There's that one. And that one. So you can see it's a very simple book because, again, I had no clue what I was doing. And the designs were all done on the computer. And this is the previous page. And then this is the only one that doesn't open. It's a porthole that goes right through. So there's like an acetate or something here. And you can see I got glue smudges on it. And you can see right through the page to the next page. Okay. And then, as you can see here, we framed, sorry, my microphone cord. I tried to make sure that everything framed something on the previous page. And then we have this little one. And this one. So you can see this is obviously not a mini album, not intended to hold photographs or anything like that. But it's probably I think it is probably, I keep saying probably, but I think it's the first book that I made of any kind. And then we have this one. missed one I did. And then we have this one. And this little double door. And as we get here, I could point out what I was thinking here. This is Boston here, my hometown. And then New York, where I've also lived, is here. And of course Paris. I have family is Canada. My family is Canadian American by way of France, so Quebec. So that's what these pages, I meant the last pages to sort of bring you home. And of course, images of home, not my home. I wish, my home is not that beautiful, but images of home and things that I like. And of course, that's the previous door. And then the last page does not have a window in it. And that's that. So, and again, I have to flip it back one page at a time, pretty much, because I've always thought I might like to reproduce this, not the exact thing, but the idea, now that I know more about how to actually make a book. But anyway, so I just thought I'd share it with you, and that is today's Flip Through Friday. If you'd be interested in maybe a project like this, but with actual scrapbook papers and more skill, maybe we'll do it one of these days. So I hope you enjoyed this look at this old book, and I hope again, I hope you enjoyed it. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.